Hiya and welcome everybody. My name is Michael Rogerson. So we're here at this focus group today for Deaf Children North West, which is a voluntary organisation. And if you could just quickly introduce yourselves. Hi, my name is Shona Longmuir, and I'm the Family Support Service Advisor for the North West. My name is Sandra Williams, and I'm in the same role as Shona in the same service that covers the North West. My name is Chantal Delacroix, and I'm a deaf mother. Now today we're going to be focusing on the focus group rather. It's going to be looking at why we've set up this focus group, and really it's just about improving promotion and advertising for the group, for obviously Deaf Children's North West, and how it works currently and how we can improve it for the future. So obviously everything that's said in this focus group is confidential, so just make you all aware of that, and you have signed a confidentiality agreement. Yes, we're all nodding to say that we have. Right, but obviously we'll look at the parent's perspective first. I'm going to ask a question, what challenges and barriers do parents face? What issues are there that are linked to promotion and advertising, and whether it be Facebook, Twitter or anything like that? So, you mean just generally, or for people in school? For the Deaf Children's North West group, do you find there's any issues? I mean, obviously I'm aware of Deaf Children's North West, but I'm not sure that other parents necessarily know that it's there, or have a good idea of what they do, or what the organisation is for. So obviously I'm very much immersed within the deaf community, but I think that hearing parents with deaf children, I don't think they're really involved. There's only a few of them really that get involved with the deaf community, so there is quite a difference between some of the parents whether they actually access this service or not. And I find out through email. I get emailed directly for events and social gatherings that are happening, and I do sometimes try and inform other people of events that are happening, but I don't think they find out directly themselves. So that's definitely something that could be improved. I mean, like I said, I've got access, but I don't think that other parents, especially hearing parents, I don't think there's a standardised way of letting them know that this is available to them. I mean, in the past, do you think that parents have found out events and perhaps it's been too late, or it's been very, very last minute for events for Deaf Children North West? Do you think that's a problem? Or I think for myself, in my experience, it's actually been quite good. Obviously, when I've arrived there, there's only been a few people, so perhaps that may have been an issue, but I think I've texted the people and they've not known about it. So, so I'm just trying to think now. I mean, obviously, Deaf Children North West, I think they probably need to connect more with hearing parents of deaf children. Like I said, for me, they already have contact with me, and I'm a deaf parent, and I've got hearing children, so it's a bit the other way around for me. So yeah, I think that the communication with hearing parents, I think that does need to improve. I mean, I have tried doing it myself, but obviously I could perhaps pass on my contacts to North West Deaf Children's group, because obviously they're just not finding out about it. So yeah, I think the communication with that group really could be improved. Right, and in the past, have you or other parents found it easy or difficult to actually get information about the events, whether it be through a newsletter or Facebook or any other forums? Right, well, I find email the best for me. I mean, if they could just do, a mass email to all of their contacts, I think that would certainly be the easiest way. So, is there any other things that you want to talk about, or do you want to speak to Deaf Children North West about? I think things like half term and Easter, and then obviously things like if they've got different changing times for what they're closing earlier or opening later, or sometimes they've got things on and the kids are in school, so I don't think it quite meets with the obviously all the children don't have the same half terms and Easter, so sometimes we've got events on and it's not in the holiday times for my children. And I think in the summertime and Christmas is about the same, but in like kind of half term, I mean Halloween I think is about the same, but for like Easter and February half term, all the schools have different dates, so I think that's a bit of an issue as well. So that, I think that affects people from attending too. That's great, thank you for that. Yeah, thank you very much for coming, Chantal. Really, really appreciate your feedback. I mean, if you've got any more comments or anything you'd like to bring up with the staff here at all? No, I think we're really welcome to have your feedback. That's really great. Thank you very, very much. Also, I just wanted to ask as well, just with regard to the children and with and events. I mean, it's really nice, I think, for you two to be mixing actually with the children. I mean, and I think you'll be really great role models for deaf children because you're both deaf yourself, and if you could mix and mingle with the group, I mean, it's nice, I think, for the younger ones as well, and the older ones, that they can kind of get on the same wavelength and, I mean, actually have a positive kind of role model provided to them by Deaf Children North West. I think that's really good. I mean, I think really my dream or my wish is, perhaps to have a holiday, a holiday with all of them. I really do wish that could happen, but I know that's going to be an issue with funding and, it's just short. 3 days. Without the parents too. I'm thinking for the children to have a holiday with the staff members who are actually deaf. I think that would be really good. And something more regular as well. Maybe in the summertime, they've got 6 weeks off in the summertime. Maybe have something a 2 or 3 day residential or something like that. I think would be really good for them. Thank you very much for coming, Chantal. No problem. That's great. So, yeah, unfortunately I've got to go and pick up my children from school now, so I'm going to have to go. Thank you very much. Bye, Chantal. Okay, right, we're going to go on to Deaf Children North West now. So obviously your organisation's publicity, how do you actually promote yourself? Do you want to answer this one, Shona? Right, we promote all our events, all our information, all goes through email. That's the primary mode of communication. And we also use Facebook and Twitter, and that's just for regular reminders for events. We still do use posters, and we put those up in East Lancashire Deaf Society office, both here and in Burnley. And then I also go to community events as well, so I do advertise kind of by word of mouth and by posts and things, whether we've got like social and community centres, libraries, various different clubs, so I do promote the service and events that way as well. So how do you actually organise communicating with your stakeholders? Right, could you just clarify stakeholders? Right, I think the main method at the moment is email and text, or face-to-face. Some of the parents do actually come down to the office so we can speak with them directly. I think as well, we use sign phone as well. After we talk to the parents through sign phone, or using kind of Skype or another online video technology. And obviously whatever communication meets their needs, and we do have a variety of ways we can do that. So how do you organise encouraging stakeholders to actually communicate with each other? Do you have an example of that? What do you actually mean by that? Okay, for example, if your organisation trying to encourage maybe parents with deaf children to communicate with other parents with deaf children. We have actually set up a parents' coffee morning, and that happens once a month in Blackburn. So that's been very, very successful. We have a lot of parents that attend that. I think most of them are mums rather than dads, but the parents do come. And I think we have a social worker who goes there as well and can actually talk to them about any of their experiences, their feelings, any issues, and they really are empathetic as well because it's a deaf social worker. So that works really well. Oh, right, and tips as well. Yes, and they offer tips to the parents as well. And just in addition to that, we do have family events organised in the community as well. So the deaf and hearing parents can actually meet each other, and you know what I mean, they can have a chat, and it's a really, really inclusive environment. So we've done that several times now, and that's worked really well. We do family day trips as well. So we're organising one for Drayton Manor theme park. So that one's coming up quite soon. That one's going to be in April, and that's for all of the families to go to, so they can just switch off, relax and enjoy themselves for the day. And then we also post information, that same information on Facebook as well, and we allow the parents to comment, so they can comment and talk to each other there as well on Facebook. So, what promotion and advertising problems have you had before, or do you currently have? I mean, we do a lot of different types of promotion, whether it's email, Facebook, posters, and I think the problem really is some of the parents don't actually have internet. You know what I mean? So, or some of the parents actually use a different language, so whatever we're promoting to them, they can't understand and they can't actually connect with us. So I think that's why we've had to kind of go through social workers or do it face to face or get other people to pass the information on for us. And if we know one parent, they might know somebody else that they can communicate. So I mean, we do need to look at maybe creating our information and posters, etc., in different languages to meet with different cultures, whether it be Chinese or whatever the language is. That's something in the future we certainly are looking at, and that would definitely improve accessibility to our services. That's fantastic, thank you. Right, if we go down to point number 5, is there anything that that you would like to talk about? Anything additional? Just anything linked to promotion and advertising. Any other comments or? Well, I think at the moment, primarily, we probably need a team. We've got a lot of things that we do at the moment. And I think having a website, we'll be able to put much more information on the website. I think that's something that we really could do. I don't know whether that's something we can discuss with the group, and then maybe the group could have, a forum on there, perhaps, to actually talk with each other and add their comments on. But again, that's something for the future. Maybe we could put some advice on there, signposting to medical information or whatever that is, and something that we could actually build and develop on. I mean, I think it's something we need to do more of, like parents' coffee morning, but do them, at the moment it's only in Blackburn, but that needs to spread right over the whole of Lancashire, or East Lancashire, or Preston, all those different places, Burnley. I think we really should set up more of those, and that will give the parents better access as well. That's great, thank you both very, very much for coming and for your feedback. No problem, not a problem at all. I mean, if there's anything at all that any additional information you want to share with me, please feel free to contact me. You can email me or text, whatever. You've got my phone number. So I think for now that's the meeting closed. Thank you very much for participating.